Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm going to play some atomic chess on Lichess.org. Let's wait for an opponent and then we can start. Okay, our first opponent, Programmist 31 Russ. Let's open with knight f3. Then he does d6, which will, oh yeah, if he had done this, then we do this, and he would put the queen there, and I capture this, but it does look like he knows the rules of atomic chess. So, yeah, I guess it just plays it like normal chess, and then I blew up his king. So if you're watching and want to play, just go to website lichess.org and you will see me in the list of games and just click it and then we can play. So this is taking a while, so just like last time, I'm going to do a play with a friend as well and put a link in the stream chat so anyone who is there can play. And I will also keep the seek open so we can get an opponent faster. There we are. Here's rally. Let's cancel this one. Opening with knight f3 again. And knight c3. c6 he plays. And actually knight h6 is a bit better, but d5. So the plan d5 is also not best move. The plan is to sacrifice my two knights, then go there with my queen, then he blocks it. Then I check him, and he blocks with the knight. And if I put the queen here, then he can't capture it because the knight would blow up and it would be a check. So this is good for me. Yeah, he can't escape. So he blocked the pawn instead of the bishop, but the same plan. He blocks the bishop with the knight. I put the queen here. He cannot capture it because it would be check, and I'm threatening checkmate or an explosion. So this is a win for me. I'm not going to pre-move anything though, because I could pre-move the checkmate, but if he does that, then I can't checkmate, because blowing up the king can override a check or a checkmate, which is an important rule in Atomic. Knight f3, f6, knight e4, knight h6, and this is the best move, knight h6. You might be thinking, now what if he puts a knight there? Well, then you just counter attack with this knight and win. So that's e4, which is not really the best option, because he will lose a pawn now if he does that. Now, well, he did f3, so he will lose more than a pawn, but if he had done f4, he would lose a pawn. So if you like moving the e pawn, like he did with e4 here, then e3 is much better. So he will lose the queen and the knight, because he can't move the king, because then it would be an easy win. And a free bishop. Oh, okay, he can get take back. Now this is a sort of tactic. If your opponent puts his bishop on the side of the board, then usually you can win some material, at least a pawn, if you put your knight to the side of the board, because what your opponent could do is block the path of the knight with a pawn move, and then you just move the knight and he captures it, and then he loses the pawn but also the bishop, and that's the advantage. But here he did not block the knight, and now I have this fork. I can take the bishop. So now I just need to find a winning sequence. Okay, let's try this. My plan is to put the queen here and then have a fork between this and this, and looks like it will work. He blocks it, and now I check him and then checkmate him. I'm doing knight h3 this time. f5, that's okay. f6, yeah, that's better. Even though I prefer h6 rather than f6. And the reason I do is because with h6 and e6, the queen can go out if needed. But with, let's say, f6, e6, that is impossible because the queen is blocked by the f pawn. Now just c6, and in fact, e6 is better. Well, the plan was, now I expect him to do e6, and because he did c6 first, I would sacrifice the knight and have some strong attack with my queen. But if it does e5, I'm going to sacrifice this knight instead, because if he takes it, then I move the queen there and I have this deadly attack. But he decides not to take it, so I have some material advantage. And now he has to pay attention because I have this queen attack and he has not seen it. So he blocks. Yeah, he blocks. I put him in check and he can't escape. This will be a checkmate. Here behind. Okay. And he left, so I will find a new opponent. I'll put a link to the game in the stream chat. If you want to join, feel free to. Okay, let's cancel this. I got an opponent, Mohammed Reza S. E5. E5 is not the best defense, but you gotta pay attention. There are some. Your opponent can trick you. Okay, so I think that I put the knight here. Do this. He catches it. I put the bishop there, and if he blocks with the knight, I take this. Otherwise, he has to take it with the queen, or otherwise he moves the queen, and then I put the bishop there, and I have a good attack. So okay, this should be fine. If not, yeah, might be just winning. Okay, so either he captures the bishop or he moves the queen away, and then I would do that, and he has to move the king away, which should be good for me. I mean, you do not want your king on this square. It's easy to attack with the queen or a bishop. This bishop would also be annoying. So capturing it is probably the most viable solution for him. Even though the best he could do was actually moving one f6 instead of e5. Okay, so we blocked with the knight, and then I will capture it and continue my attack. Okay, so he does not capture the bishop, but he gives me the option to capture, which is, well, slightly better for him than capturing it, because now he gets the initiative. Let's see, so I believe the best might be to do this, and then he pushes, and I'm attacking him this way. Yeah, I think that should be fine, better than doing some defensive move like e3. I should just have an attack with my queen. Okay, he can fork me like this, but it's not a problem. It should not be a problem. Now this is a bit scary, because it attacks the bishop, but I can move here without problems. Even his bishop can't do anything. Yes, it can move there, but then I capture it. Oops. Or it can move here, and then it does not threaten an explosion, so I'm fine. So it can also check me like this, which could be annoying. And like this I just push the pawn and well, his attack is more annoying than I thought it would be. So this knight is really obnoxious. I underestimated it. Yeah, it's... I thought, okay, 12, king d2 is fine. His attack is blocked, but I forgot that the knight can move to squares like these two, which should be kind of annoying. Yeah, so it put me in check. And now I can go back, and then he might check me again. And I go there, and that looks fine. So he can do this and attack this pawn, but I push it and no problem. Okay, great. His attack stopped. So in the end, the knight was not deadly for me. Knight f3, f6. Hello, chess sucks. King d3, you say? Um, um, King d3 where exactly? Oh, King d3 here. Maybe you meant, did you mean 13? King d3? Well, I considered it, but d4 would be annoying, so yeah, d4 would be deadly, so I did not do that. Okay, let's get back to this game before I run out of time. So he did knight c3, then I do knight h6, g4, c6. The g4 lines are one of the hardest lines to defend against as black. It has e3, and in fact, I believe d4 is the strongest move. Now e5 should be fine. Yeah, I believe it's fine. He could do this, but then I capture this, and even if he puts the queen there, I just block it and I'm safe. Or maybe just capture it immediately. So what is he going to try now? Maybe something with his rook? Um, Putting it there or something? I don't know. He might do that. Yeah, so he did it. I'm going to do d5. That way my bishop can move here and block at least the queen. And then later I can... Oh, okay, so the queen is blocked. That's something. And then if I put the rook here and he captures it, I do this, threatening an explosion. He exchanges. I put the pawn and I'm safe for the queen. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. So he took it as I expected. And now this. I guess my next move will be queen there. Just so I can stop any possible attacks, like putting the queen here and then there or there. So now I can do this or this, whatever is needed to defend. Like, if you put the queen here, I will put mine here. Okay, let's now castle queenside. But first, defend this. Okay. I wonder what all these moves were. I would have castled a bit faster than he did now, because I'm forcing him to give up another pawn, and he was already down one. Let's trade some pieces. Okay, this is great. The knight is gone. Okay, he does not want to rematch. I will find a new opponent. And I get the same opponent. Now he bars the game. Let's click new opponent again and get an actual new opponent. A link for the viewers as well. Now you could say the viewers can also just go here and click it, but that does not work for anonymous viewers. Hello, Otman Chess. I got an opponent from the viewers. Oh snap, he says. Yes, e4. I'm doing d5. Now he captured it, and this is something that happens if you have not played a lot of atomic queuing. I can capture it, that looks fine, but you can't because it opens a file for the queen. So if you're new at atomic, something you should pay attention for is to not open the D file for your opponent's queen. Because just like in this game, it can be deadly. Knight c6, well, this is a loss. Basically, your only viable defense to knight f3 is f6. Some people play e5, but I don't think it's as good. You just have to pay a bit of attention, but it's really not as good as f6. So knight c6 loses because it's not. Yeah, you saw what happened. That's how to win it. Knight f3 and then f6, as I just said, is the best defense. Knight h3. Not so common, but you can usually trade it like knight c3, some lines kind of transpose into each other. And now I get a win. Okay, I will play one more game with this opponent and then I will play someone else. So I'm doing knight f3, now he does f6, and I will do knight c3, which is my favorite attack. c6. Well, as I just said in the first game, knight h6 instead of c6 is a bit better, but okay. Now this should be winning. I will sacrifice the knights, and then bring my queen here, go push, and then I have a fork, but he does not give me the fork, instead he gives me a queen, which is fine too. Well, this sacrifice was actually kinda pointless. I think he better took it. And I'm going to get rid of this knight first. So I am a queen up. So his best move now is just take the knight, there's no danger. I don't have a serious attack like this. Oh, this is... He could move the queen, the king still, or castle, but anyway, he was on love material. GG's. Let's look for another opponent. And there is my opponent, Jufa Daniel. I think I pronounced that like that. He left. Oh, he's back. He's back. Okay, knight f3, f6, knight c3, then knight a6 is good defense. Now white has several options. White can do this. White can do g4. White can do h3, and the g4 line is probably the strongest, at least the hardest to defend. So he did go for the g4 line. I do c6. And now one of the strongest moves is like d4. Now he goes with e3. We saw that a few games ago. I don't think it's as strong as d4. But anyway, we will see how this goes. And I'm doing e5. This is not that it's not too dangerous. This queen move is not deadly because the f pawn is still there and I can push it. If the f pawn was not there anymore, yeah, I would be dead. But that is not the case, so I'm safe. He puts the bishop there. Now this defensive move is also a sort of counter-attack. I'm opening up this path for my queen, attacking this pawn. If my queen can get there and cannot be captured, then it will be a win. I think he's going to exchange the queens. He can put it there and then it's exchanged. And I'm not unhappy about an exchange. I'm a pawn up and what did he do? Oh, he took the pawn. Oh, I see. Ah, so I said e5 looks good, but in fact this is what's going to happen. That's a nice one. So I guess I will do e6 instead of e5 next time in this line. Is he going to capture this, or maybe he could have had some luck checking? So now he's a pawn up, and in fact that's, well, not as bad as it looked after I saw this attack. He might do a kingside castle now, and then I'm going to try to exploit the g file. Well, so no kingside castle for him then. So if he takes the pawn, I'm going to put my rook here. He captures. I put the knight there and try to bring the other rook in the game. But let's watch out. He could have captured this, and then I would have to run away from the rook like this. So maybe he just should have captured this, and maybe I got really lucky to survive this. Okay, so continuing my plan. He has to take it. He does not really have another option. And now I'm going to get my rook on the g5 before he can put his one there. Then this should be, well, at least I have a draw. That's something. But maybe I should just continue my attack with my knight. I'll give him some time. This is an interesting game. Okay, so let's think about this. I could get a material advantage like this, but maybe it's ready to check out if I can't say capture this and then maybe put the knight here. Oh no, that would be easy to avoid with the push, but then let's go for the material. The only thing that scares me now is this horde of pawns. But I guess this pawn. Okay, so my king will block this pawn, and this pawn will be captured by this pawn. That's how I see it. Let's get rid of the rook. So my king will take care of this pawn. My pawn will take care of this pawn. This pawn will be blocking that one, and this pawn would promote. So that's how I saw the plan. We saw a similar situation in a few games before. Take some I sacrifice my knights, put the queen on there, and then put the bishop on there, and I'm doing fine. Okay, so instead he put the bishop there, and if he takes this, I have a pawn advantage, which is something. Queen f3 say chess sucks. Yeah, I know that queen f3 is a line, but I don't play it often, so I'm not experienced with it, and once I tried to play it, I totally failed, so I just went with the safer and easier line in this case. Even though, yeah, you're right, queen f3 is nice, but I can't play it. Can't play it accurately, let's say. Just developing some pieces. The idea of pushing the g pawn and putting the bishop there is interesting. I guess I can try that. Now he could capture that, and I just push, and I'm safe from the queen. Well, let's forget that plan. Instead, I gotta attack his queen now. He could take that, and in fact, I would mind. I would not mind because I have this bishop move attacking that. So let's just push the d pawn already. Then I'm not too worried about it anymore, and hope he captures this. Then I put the bishop on there. Oh, so he took the pawn. What can I do with this? Oh well, maybe moving the bishop was not such a great idea, because now I don't have this move anymore. But maybe I can consider doing this. And then if he pushes the pawn, I take, and the queen is being attacked. So he moves the queen, and I put the bishop there. And if he moves there, I take in this way, and if he moves there, I take that way. So I can take this risk. I can sacrifice my queen for this. Now, if he does that, fine, then I put my rook here and I attack him. So I take, he moves the queen away, I do this. It wins. Chess sucks that I need to do a kingside castle first, but no, because I take it, then he can check me, but the only way he can check me is by putting the queen there, and then I can just capture it with the bishop, so I'm fine. He has no other way to check me than queen e7, and that's covered. Oh, uh, so he's not dead yet? Of course, he could capture it. Right. Let's castle now then. Anyway, I don't mind this. I have a material advantage. Let's not push this pawn. He has a fork. If I take this, he does that. I put the rook here. He checks me. I go back, so it would be a draw. I'm not going to do that. Let's first just sneak and attacking like that, and then okay, I will not capture this yet. Oh, okay, this is fine. He captured that pawn, and yeah, so this is fine. Oh, he says. Knight f3, f6. Knight c3 again. The g4 line. Hi vsim. Knight d4. Now this is something I have not seen before. Well, I guess b5 should work just fine. Yeah, b5 should work fine. Like, he can capture the pawn with one of his knights, but then it's still covered. So, fine. I was actually expecting him to do e3 again, just like in the first game we played, and then we do f6, e6 I mean, instead of e5, because even though I won, I had a disadvantage at some point, I believe. So now he does the e3, then I do the e6. Which also gives some more defense on this square. This bishop move, d5 looks pretty nice. It's some development and at the same time some more defense against his pieces. h3. Again, I've never seen it before. Well, I've just never played this exact line before, but maybe this is interesting to consider. Basically, forcing him to move his knight there. At least I got rid of that. Okay, so he did what I expected. Let's take it. Oh, so the point of h3 appeared to be that you wanted to do g5, and now this knight move is covered. But I guess I will just give up the knight, no problem. It does not look dangerous. Okay. The mic is fixed. Well, so what happened was my microphone wire was somehow wrapped around my chair, and then I moved my chair and it was um, plugged out. So then my computer switched my window to the microphone managing software because I had to reload the mic, and that's why I made the screen black, just not to show too much of Leech's intern chat, even though it was only about development stuff, nothing moderation like, nothing secret. Anyway, everything's back. Let's give my opponent some time. Give me more time as well. Thank you. Let's castle queenside and do some things. Right, so this should be winning or at least close to winning. He can push and then will he survive? Yeah, he may actually survive for now. Oh yeah, if he moves there then um, he's surviving. Well, I guess I will just throw in my knight to the attack. Chess Kings asks what atomic chess is. Well, it's a chess variant where if you capture a piece, not only the captured piece disappears, but also the capturing piece and the piece that surround it. So you create explosions, let's say. Oh no, I lost a pawn. This is bad. Well, maybe it isn't. I can push this pawn, and I like that. No! Oh, this is. Oh, he got me. Ah, no. He can capture this now. Oh, well. This is a lot of good game. So that went from I'm doing fine into oh no, I'm losing. Something else now. Knight f3, knight e4. That's interesting. So what if I push? He does that. I push again. Yeah, pushing actually sounds pretty good. And he can't really block with the queen because then I just put the bishop there and win the queen. I'm getting a challenge from Bad Loser. I will play you after this game. So attack me with the bishop, which was not really dangerous. Well, I said I would I would just win the queen, but now I see that it is not really true, because now he can safely move the king there, and I will have to deal with that. And I think I will do this by sacrificing the pawn. What I will do is he captures it and I do this attack, which means that he will likely defend like this. And then I will probably exchange the queens. Then he's a pawn up, but his position is not at all great. Because he can't castle anymore or anything. His king is stuck on the d file. I have this bishop, I have this pawn. So yeah, despite the pawn down, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. And now I'm not going to exchange, I'm going to put a queen here. Because his queen is pinned. So my plan is to push this next move and oh yeah, so he exchanged the queens himself. And that was a clever idea. So I'm putting the bishop here. I think his terrible king position compensates the pawn pretty well. And now I will try to castle and then attack that well. I would want to take this en passant, but then I lose the bishop. And I do not want to lose the bishop now. Maybe this knight. That might be cool, yeah. This knight and capturing this. So if I take this, I will lose this rook. Can I afford it? That's a good question. So imagine I take, he takes, I put the rook on there. He can't escape. Well, of course he might do something like this first, but then I can save my rook. And his king is still stuck in the terrible position. He wants time. I'll give him some time. So I expected that. Oh, so he did go for the rook. That's interesting. I think I'm starting to understand his plan. Yeah. He can put the rook there. which means that I cannot put it there, simply because you can checkmate me. So what I could do is, if we put the rook there, a draw? Why is this a draw? No. What I could be doing is, I put the bishop there. No, I put it here, and then if he takes, I take, and I have a pawn disadvantage, and I'm probably dead. But it's not a draw. I'm not going to accept a draw if I'm losing, especially in a casual game. I can only hope that he, yeah. So I'm a bishop down, and he's going to promote the pawn. So good game. And I'm going to play the challenge against bad loser. Knight f3. And knight c3. c6, not the best defense. Knight h6 is, so I play e3. Then e5. Now I can sacrifice the knight, and if he takes it, I go there. Otherwise, I will make some trouble with my knight, possibly capturing this, or if he moves that, putting it there or there. So in fact, his best move was e6 instead of e5. Leo Kale asks if the piece values are different in Atomic. Yes, they are. Like in normal chess, you definitely do not want to lose a knight for a pawn. But in Atomic chess, you can sacrifice a knight for a pawn in the opening without much trouble in the endgame. Okay, a knight in the endgame is slightly better than a pawn because of the mobility, and because you can exchange a knight for a pawn if that gives you an advantage. But yeah, so that's just an example. A knight and a pawn in Atomic chess are much closer when it comes to value than it is in normal chess. Like, I'm not at all worried if I capture a pawn with a knight, but that would be normal chess. And a queen value is also, yeah, a bit different, but I don't think I can put an exact value on that. It also depends on end game, mid game. Now, sometimes what people do in the opening is they exchange a queen for these 4 pieces, which is, in my opinion, pretty equal. But you need to take care for defense if you do that, because if you get into an endgame where you don't have a lot of pieces, then the queen is obviously better. Because of its high mobility, it could maneuver between the low amount of pieces. In any case, there is no, the piece values in Atomic are not exactly defined as they are in normal chess. But an important rule in endgames is that at least for the smaller pieces like knights, bishops, it is more important to have many pieces, than having like a knight for 2 pawns. If you're in an endgame and you have 2 pawns more than your opponent, but a knight less, then you are better. Because your opponent has, no, you have 2 pieces, and your opponent has just 1. Oh, I should have captured the knight because now we can freely move there and get into my territory. But he captured it instead, giving me a pawn advantage. Also, rooks are really valuable in endgames. Because if you are, let's say, a rook up, but 3 other pieces down, that might look scary, but you might be able to use that rook for a draw. Like checking the king endlessly. So rooks are pretty good in endgames. Okay, I'm 3 pawns up. That's a definite win. Okay, I'm getting a challenge. I'll join this one. Now I'm playing Staska Maif. And that's knight f3. And f6, e3. I switch a bit between e6 and d5 as defense. Now after knight e4, I like to play f5. g3, that's interesting. I have not seen that. Oh, well, it's not the best. Because now I can win this pawn. What I sometimes see players do is they do this immediately. Then they pull, and then white pushes, and black captures, and white thinks, oh no, black thinks, okay, this is fine, I'm a pawn up. But then white does the attack with the queen, and then no, then white will do something like that, and the bishop isn't there, so it's a fork, which would mean a push, and then black lose some material. Anyway, back to this game. So Leo Kale tried to put values on the pieces, and he proposes pawn 1, bishop and knight 1.5, rook 2, and queen 5. Well, I'm not going to say immediately that these values are right, these values are not right, because, well, as I said, it depends on opening, endgame, midgame, and then it really depends on some more factors, like a knight in an endgame can be 1.5, but it might be 2, or it might be 1, or it might be less than a pawn even. So yeah, it's not that black and white. Let's put him in check, just so we can't castle. This check is interesting. So what makes the value of a piece in endgame so different? Well, what's important in endgame, if you have more, well, if you count your pieces and pawns and you have more than your opponent, then it's likely that you can promote first. But what may sometimes happen is that your opponent has a piece like a knight, and a pawn that's somewhat further advanced than one of your pawns but still blocked, and then your opponent uses his knight to capture the blocking pawn, and that's really bad for you, because if you cannot block it with your king, if the king is too far or for another reason, then you are in big trouble. But in some other cases, even if a knight can capture one of your pawns in an endgame, it just might not at all be dangerous. So that's why atomic piece values are somewhat dependent on the position. But what I would certainly recommend is, if you can exchange one of your knights for 2 pawns somehow, then do it. Well, technically you cannot exchange a knight for 2 pawns, because surrounding pawns, they do not explode, so never mind what I said about that. Anyway, what is important in endgames, your piece count is pretty important, because you want to promote in endgame. So like, let's take this position for example. I have 2 pawns, he has the bishop, and if I can keep this up till the end game, that's good for me. Let's castle queenside, should be safe, and then I may try to open up this file and exchange works. Yeah, this is really pretty cool. If I push this pawn and he does not want to exchange, but he pushes, then I can bring my bishop in his territory. Uh, this is a bit annoying. Yeah, I don't like this bishop. I should have done this. Yeah, that would have worked. What's he going to do? He might attack this, or let's push this. Now what he may try to do is this, and something like this, but oops, I'm safe. In fact, if the bishop moves here, that would be, I would not mind. I would prefer that over having it here. So let's maybe not try to open up this file, but not this file, but this file, because the bishop can easily move there or there, attacking a rook there. Okay, this is cool. I can open the file. Now he can block it like that. But this pawn is pretty cool. The rook will have to block it. So then I can push some other pawns, which the bishop would have to block. Then my rook is free. Oh, he still has a knight. Anyway, he cannot just capture this. And the more pawns he has to block, the better it is for me. Well, actually, I maybe should have tried to open up this diagonal. Just because I would have could have captured the rook or something. I just want to get my rook on this square. I don't want it here because that can be captured. I don't want it here because capturing as well. I don't want it here, so let's sacrifice this bishop. It's just doing nothing, and it gives into a free another pawn to push. So yeah, again, I have 3 pawns. He has a bishop and a knight, but I have more stuff, which will prove to be good in this endgame. And the reason for that is he has to block stuff, and he has less pieces, so he cannot block everything. And it's my job to take advantage of that. Right, this was what I was hoping for. Now all his most mobile pieces are gone, and he has only pawns, the rook which is stuck, and the king which is stuck. So I won that one. Knight f3, f6. e3, let's do d5 this time. Now I'm going to try to use my knight, bishops, and rook to counterattack. And I need to use the mobility of these pieces because I'm 2 pawns down. That's what usually happens in this knight f3 e3 line with d5. But if your pieces coordinate really well and you can exploit weaknesses in white's position, then you can still win. And that's what I have to do now. So we can't just capture this because I'm at castle and the rook attacks this file. So here it starts. The knight is going to be annoying in his territory. What would be cool is, yeah, this is pretty cool. Capturing this pawn, then putting the rook on here. Except that's not going to work immediately because if I capture this, he will just put the rook here himself or castle and I'm in trouble myself. So, let's do this instead. Threatening to capture something like this and then he may push and then this bishop, well, the diagonal is open for the bishop. Let's do the castle. Then he can't put me in check. Oh no. Oh no. That was bad. Right, so you see why it's so important to have a good position. And now it's even more important. So I do really want to open up the file for my pieces, but he should not be able to castle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bishops to open up the file. The fact that the knight attacks this means that he can't castle, and that's what I'm going to take advantage of. Now he moved the king away, but he did not see this. Okay, I'm going to play the last game of the stream. Let's do knight h3. He does c6, and c6 is not the best defense here. In fact, e6 is better, because after e6 I would not do this, and I know that's why you put the c pawn there. But if he did e6 first, then we just do e3, and then he could use the bishop to block the knight, to pin the knight, I mean. But that's not what he did. So now there is a line to win at least a piece. So now he has to block. Then I put the queen there. He can minimize the damage by bringing the queen there, and then I don't remember the exact locations for the queen, but anyway, he can minimize the damage to losing one piece. But he can also maximize the damage by capturing the queen, and then I put the bishop there and attack the king. What sometimes people do is they put the queen there, and he resigned. Okay, this was a short game, so I'm going to play the actual last game of the stream now. I thought my previous game would be slightly longer, but it wasn't. Okay, let's go back to e6. h4. Now that is interesting. Well, definitely not the most aggressive, definitely not the best, but now I did not do knight h6 here, because what he would do is this. I would capture and put the queen there, I would push, he would do this, and I would lose the knight. So I first do d5, and if he does not do any defense against this move, then I would do it, but he did some defense. He sacrificed a knight for a pawn. Anyway, this h4 move of his was not really the best. Let's attack with the knight. What I can do is, if he pushes, I was thinking something like this, but then he still has the queen as defense. What I'm first going to do is put some additional pressure by putting the bishop there. And to avoid this check, push, and capture, I'm first doing b5, so I can safely put the bishop there. Well, his best defensive move would really have been this one, because then I would not put the bishop here, because he could capture that. Oops, oh yeah, you got the idea. So if he does not want to get checked, he will have to move this. And then I put the knight on this pretty good square. looks like he does not really mind to get checked, even though it does really mess with his position. But now the bishop is gone, I can sacrifice a knight, then castle, bishop goes to the queen, I capture the queen, and then this attack should work fine. Because he cannot block it with the rook. The rook is stuck in the corner. He needs 2 moves to free it. And I just need 1 move to get my queen out there. Oh, okay, so he did not need to block with the queen. That's good for him. But now I can try something like this. He can push, and then I can capture. And then it looks slightly scary with his bishop and queen, but I think I would be fine. I think I would be fine, yeah, if he pushes this. Okay, so let's calculate. If I take this, what could happen? He could do this, and I'm not too worried because I can capture. But then he would do this, and that would be more. That would be worse because I don't think I could escape from that. So I'm not going to capture this. That would be pretty bad. Instead, I'm going to attack this bishop. And note that he cannot capture mine, because then he would be in check. Hello, Mr. Corrupted. He resigns, even though I think he might have survived with that. Oh no, he would not, because I would just take the rook. Take the bishop with my rook. Not going to do much. I said it was the last game. So I am going to end the stream here. I will upload it to my YouTube channel today. I will put a link in the stream chat, so you can find it there later today. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.